Hey guys, back with another video, and today we have book of the month. And I don't know if you guys seen my previous video from a Fright Crate, but having a little trouble with getting my mail unscuffed. Not to say that I think the boxes should be in like perfect mint condition, because with all the deliveries and stuff, I know that's like impossible, but they're just coming like crazy beat up. But anywho, this month, my picks for book of the month were Caste, The Origins of Our Discontents by Isabel Wilkerson. So this was September's book choice. So it's a really cool cover. I like the cover. Very like right on for what's the content of the book is. All right, so I will read you the little excerpt. Hopefully I don't, trip too bad over my words. In this brilliant book, Isabel Wilkerson gives us a masterful portrait of an unseen phenomenon in America as she explores through an immersive, deeply researched narrative and stories about real people, how America today and throughout its history has been shaped by a hidden caste system, a rigid hierarchy of human rankings. Beyond race, class, and other factors, a powerful caste system influences people's lives and behaviors and the nation's fate. Linking the caste systems of America, India, and Nazi Germany, Wilkerson explores 8 pillars that underlie caste systems across civilizations, including divine will, bloodlines, and stigma. Using riveting stories about people, including Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., baseball's Satchel Paige, and a single father and his toddler son, and Wilkerson herself, she shows the ways that the insidious undertow of caste is experienced every day. She documents how the Nazis studied the racial systems in America to plan their outcasting of Jews. She discussed why the cruel logic of caste requires a button rung from those in the middle to measure themselves again. Dude, I heard you. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. She documents how the Nazis studied the racial systems in America to plan their outcasting of Jews. She discusses why the cruel logic of caste requires a button rung from those in the middle to measure themselves against. She writes about the surprising health costs of caste in depressions and life expectancy, and the efforts of this hierarchy on our culture and politics. Finally, she points forward to ways America can move beyond the artificial and destructive separations of human division toward hope in our common humanity. Beautifully written, original, and revealing, Caste, The Origins of Our Discontents is an eye-opening story of people and history and a re-examination of what lies under the surface of American life today. Sorry for all the tongue twisting. And sorry if it seemed like I was being mean to the little one, but he's been on one of those things where he can't politely wait until someone is done talking. So we're trying to teach him how not to interrupt. So that's why when I told him that I heard him, he left. So I'm working on also just giving him that facial expression of acknowledging that I hear you talking. But anyway, back to the book. I think this is going to be a really good read from a different perspective. Probably something that I haven't heard before. I am always up for learning more about everything that's going on in the world. So this is going to be a good read. All right, next up we have Winter. This is also September pick. It's a beautiful red cover. I'm starting, like, when I first started doing reading challenges, I couldn't find a book that had a red cover that was in my collection. And now I'm starting to get more and more books that are red. So maybe I'll not have any trouble with that prompt the next time I come across one that has a prompt for a red book. All right. This story is Virgil Wounded Horse is the local enforcer on the Rosebud Indian Reservation in South Dakota. When justice is denied by the American legal system or the tribal council, Virgil is hired to deliver his own punishment, the kind that's hard to forget. But when heroin makes its way onto the reservation and finds Virgil's nephew, his vigilantism suddenly becomes personal. He enlists the help of his ex-girlfriend and sets out to learn where the drugs are coming from and how to make them stop. They follow a lead in Denver and find that drug cartels are rapidly expanding and forming new and terrifying alliances. And back on the reservation, a new tribal council initiative rises and... Back on the reservation, a new tribal council initiative raises uncomfortable questions about money and power. As Virgil starts to link the pieces together, he must face his own demons and racism, his own. As Virgil starts to link the pieces together, he must face his own demons and reclaim his Native identity. He realizes that being a Native American in the 21st century comes at an incredible cost. Winter Counts is a tour de force of crime, fiction, and bracingly honest look at the long ignored part of American life and turning story that's a deeply rendered, or as deeply rendered as is thrilling. Oh my goodness, I can't read today. So I got this book because it has to do with the Native American culture. I don't know much about the Indian tribe that is part of my dad's side of the family. But so I just like to just get into some Indian culture because that's awesome for representation as well. But this was the pick this month. Good Indian or Native American book with a little historical context and a lot of, from my understanding, thriller, not necessarily horror. So that's why I got that. And this is one pick that was from a long time ago, and I'm just now getting it. This was in October 2016, which is crazy because I've been getting Book of the Month for years now, and I'd never seen this book as a...
Wait, how long have you been reading your one book?
I'm on a different one, but just give me a sec, okay? What was I saying? Oh, that I have been getting books for years from a Book of the Month, and I have never seen this one on, so I'm thinking this was supposed to be like a middle grade book. But I've only just heard of this book recently because of her other book that came out. So this book is called Mothers by Britt Bennett, sorry. And I got this because I was told that before I read The Vanishing Half, that this would be a good book to read before that. I've only heard of this book being a part of Book of the Month after I got The Vanishing Half. So now I'm getting this one. And so I can read this before I read The Vanishing Half to see. I don't think they link though, but I was just told to read this one first. But the cover is beautiful. I like the cover of The Vanishing Half as well. But let's go ahead and read what this synopsis is. An urgent and provocative debut from an exciting new voice. The Mothers is a book about community and ambition, love and friendship, and living up to the expectation to contemporary Black America. It begins with a secret, then follows that secret through the lives of 3 different characters, from high school into adulthood, tracing its impact from beyond their Southern California youth. It is the last season of high school for Nadia Turner, a rebellious, grief-stricken 17-year-old beauty. She'll be the first in her family to go to college, and if she indeed leaves home as she intends in the fall. But meanwhile, mourning her mother's recent suicide, she has taken up the local pastor's son. Luke Shepard is 21, handsome but lacking direction, a former football star whose injury has reduced him to waiting tables. They are young. It's not serious. They keep their relationship to themselves. But the secret that results from this romance and the subsequent cover-up will have an impact that goes far beyond their youth. As Nadia hides the truth from everyone, including Aubrey, her chaste best friend. Never heard that word before or seen it. The gears move quickly. Soon Nadia, Luke, and Aubrey are full-fledged adults, still shadowed by the choices they made in their youth, and by the constant nagging question, what if they had chosen differently? The possibilities of the road not taken are a relentless hunt. With a stunning first novel, Britt Bennett demonstrates a moving understanding of the human landscape, the way that betrayals and losses occur and swell and ultimately shape whole communities. With wisdom, empathy, and insight, mothers ask whether what if can be more powerful than experience itself. Whether as time passes, we must always live in servitude to the decisions of our younger selves and to the communities that have parented us. All right, so that is this book. So I can't wait to get started with this. To me, this sounds like the pastor of a son and a young girl who is obviously grieving her mother's death, hook up, possibly get pregnant, possibly make the decision to abort a pregnancy, or they get married undercover or something like that. I don't know. But to me, it sounds like the first one more than anything. So those are the 3 reads. Let me hold them up again. So we have The Mother's Winter Counts and Cast. All right. And if I'm saying the name of this wrong, somebody please let me know in the comments. But I'm pretty sure that's Cast. But yeah, those are the 3 books. 3 beautiful covers. 3 very different storylines. And I can't wait to get into them. And of course, the bookmark for this month is somewhat bland as usual. It says Book of the Month. And then it says, Until We Read Again. I do think that the quote is very cheesy and awesome. But yeah, those are the books we have. I do want to show you guys 2 other books that have nothing to do with Book of the Month. But I just kind of want to show them to you. They are a haul-ish. It's just 2. One is the Stephen King On Writing. So the name of the book is On Writing. It's by Stephen King, and it's a memoir, his memoir of the craft of writing. So I am literally just getting a couple books written by authors on their take of what writing is, because I've been trying to write for like ever and a day, like write a book. Will I ever get there? I have no idea, but I am working with a publishing company to get a book, just hoping that it actually get a book written, just hoping that it actually goes somewhere. And if it doesn't, not a big deal. I mean, I am also trying to finish my teaching certification, while having a whole family. So if it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't go anywhere. We can always try later. All right. And then this is another book that I got in a prize drawing, surprise drawing. Anyway, I entered a drawing to win a free copy of this book on Twitter. Didn't think in a million years that I would win because it's Twitter, and I've only won in a drawing one other time, and I won a set of books from another fellow YouTuber. This time it's an author. I won the book from the author itself on Twitter, and I was like, oh my goodness, I actually won a book. It is a middle grade book. I am reading it, seeing how good it is. She did not ask for a review in turn. She literally did not ask me to put this on my channel or anything like that. But I always like to read middle grade books so I can give my middle grade son options to read. And this book is written by the author Jasmine Wargo, I believe is how you pronounce it. And the name of the book is Other Words for Home. And it is a Newbery Honor book. So I literally just wrote my name in, I think the comments, or I sent a picture in the comments. I enter so many drawings, I can't even remember. Some of them you just retweet and follow. Some you retweet, follow, and enter a comment that's either your name or like a GIF. So I did one of those, and then I won it. So that's a beautiful cover. I don't really know what this book is about, but I can't wait to get started on it. And it is a signed copy. She signed it. It says, happy reading, hugs and kiss, or XO by Jasmine Wargo. Damien, he has a toast that's already in the toaster if you want to just take it out and put the spread on it. All right, and let's see what this synopsis says. It says, I know, I just said just put the spread on it. I was waiting for it to cool down to give it to him.
Wait, put what on it?
The spread, the apple butter spread. All right, it says, I am learning how to be so sad and happy at the same time. Jude never thought she'd be leaving her beloved older brother and father behind all the way across the ocean in Syria. But when things in her hometown start becoming violent, Jude and her mother are sent to live in Connecticut with relatives. At your brother's putting some apple butter on it. Okay. So those are my kids in the background. They just won't stop talking. So I'm going to try to finish recording this over them. All right. Anyway. At first, everything in America seems too fast and too loud. The American movies Jude has always loved haven't quite prepared her for starting school in the U.S. And her new label of Middle Eastern an identity she's never known before. But this life also brings unexpected surprises. There are new friends, a whole new family, and a school musical that Jude might try out for. Maybe America, too, is a place where Jude can be seen as she really is. This lyrical, life-affirming story is about losing and finding home, and most important, finding herself. Okay, and then flipping through this book, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a really hard read at all, but it is written in script, so that is pretty awesome. I know a lot of middle grade kids, when it comes to reading chapter books, enjoy small chapters or books that are written in lyric form, or script as they call it, because a lot of kids love poetry. Definitely if you got the ones that like to write their own songs or rap to themselves, like mine over there who likes to rap to himself. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I think he'll actually end up enjoying this. But yeah, those are the two books, my 2 book haul books, and then my book of the month picks. So really long video, sorry that it's so long, but that is all I got for you guys. Let me know what you think about the books in the comments below. And that's all I got for you. Bye.
Bye.